What's up, headphone addicts? If you made it to my channel, you're probably sick of the bullshit reviews on YouTube. I will try to remedy that. This is a one-on-one, no hype, no product pushing, no fancy editing video where I offer my personal thoughts and opinions. Alright guys, I'm here with the V-Moda Bassfit. Now, I am going to go through this pretty quick because Punisher Season 2 is out and I'd much rather be watching that than doing this. I still enjoy doing this, so don't worry. Alright, so they come in black with Harley Davidson orange accent, and they come in white with gray. That's boring as hell. They cost about 130 bucks. I can't really complain too much about the price. I think they stand right up there with the Jaybird X4s. As far as sound quality goes, they put out really good sound, so I can't complain too much about the price. I would obviously like to see them 120, 115, especially considering the build, which I will get into in just a bit. They look sporty, all right? I like the look. They look very cool. It's V-Moda, guys. That's how they roll. It's they don't do subtle, right? So they always do the extra little, I think the orange really makes it pop. I think that's pretty neat. So I can't complain too much about the look. That's, you want that aggressive look if you're going with V-Moda. That's a brand that you like. Subtlety is not their strong suit. They feel good. They're lightweight, and that's another thing I'm going to touch on here in a bit. But they feel good, and in the ear, I was trying to shove them into my ear canal, like trying to make a seal, and I learned the hard way that you got to pull them out more. Now you notice I'm using the big earbuds, or the large. You have to pull them out more to make a seal if you're using the bigger ones. Don't try to shove it all the way in your ear, because I don't think these are designed that way, at least not for people that are using the large ear tips. Now they do have this extra small here. They come with a ton of tips, guys, so you're gonna find something that fits you. There's no way you can go through all these buds and be like, nope, couldn't find my fit. So you should be fine as far as fit goes. They feel good in the ear. They stay well in the ear. You got a lot of options. Obviously, you can take these little arms off and you can put the wings on. You can do both. So I really like the fact that they went the extra mile to give you the fit, and you can just go without. I actually used these without, and it was just fine. So I actually, I like them without the arms, but I do like having that option. So depending on the sport that I'm playing, or whatever I'm doing, it's nice to have. So I think that's really cool. I think more companies need to do that. And again, they feel good. I want to say cheap because of the plastic, but I'm not even complaining about the plastic, guys. Really, my complaint would come in with the build. All right, now look, I don't like this cord. See if I can zoom in more, get it to focus. It just feels like the build quality was second. They didn't really think too much about the build quality. They just kind of glued something together. I don't feel like these are rugged, man, and that's really surprising coming from V-Moda. V-Moda is known for their ruggedness, and they even offer the lifetime immortal warranty, where you send these in and they'll at least give you 50% of what they're what you paid for them. So that's really cool. Not very many companies do that. However, when I purchased these, I was really expecting a better build, probably one of the best builds. I really had high hopes for the build, and V-Moda let me down, man. And that's really the extent. You guys, if you watch my other videos, I like to complain about shit. That's kind of what I do, right? I really zoom in and I try to hammer shit out, right? If there's something to complain about, guys, I will find it. All right? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I will find it. And I always put updates in the Facebook group, so think about joining that, because this video will already be out and I might find something else, good or bad, and I update the Facebook group, so they already know how I feel about the V-Modas. And in other words, you guys are late to the party. So again, that's going to be my biggest complaint with these, is the build. Other than that, I can save you guys a lot of time. They sound great, and they perform very well. But stick around. I'll give you some more daily bits. I love saying that word. I'm going to try to work that word into all my videos. All right, so they fit well. Obviously, you got the extra buds, the wings, the arms, so you should be able to find a fit. These are perfect for gym use. I use these for lifting heavy weights. They did not break seal when I made the scrunchy face. If you guys don't know what that is, that's when you're lifting something super heavy, you know, and you just kind of like, oh, smash your teeth together and your ears move back, and a lot of buds will break that seal, and these do not. So, or they did not for me. So depending on, I guess, which buds you use, that might have something to do with it. I did not get a broken seal, so the sound stayed pretty great throughout my whole workout. And I did burpees, jump rope. I'm really getting into jump rope, guys. I'm trying to do like the Creed thing where he's going like 100 million miles an hour. Yeah, I want to do that. So and they did very well. So I was very, very happy with their performance in the gym. Now the sound is really, you know, what why are you here? The sound, right? You could probably skip just about everything else. And guys, these don't disappoint. V-Moda does not disappoint with sound, right? The highs are crystal clear. I want to say they're a bit recessed compared to the mids and the lows, because I think these buds focus more on the lows, but the highs are still pretty, you know, they're still pretty bright. They're still very, you know, they have a clear separation from the mids, so they're not muddied at all. Like, not, there's no bleed whatsoever. So you got a really clean high. They're nice and bright, but they are not the star of the show, in other words. I think the mids are well, you know, they're detailed, they're well put together. You can hear it's nice and wide. It's very cool. I think it has the aptX is helping in with bringing in more detail into the songs, so it feels, you get that perception of a wider soundstage. The lows are strong, they're well sculpted, they hit low. Some of you guys are going to ask, well, is the bass better than the beats? Guys, the beats is tough to beat on the bass, guys. And that was hard to say, too. Beats tough to beat on the... Anyways, Beats has been doing bass for 10 years plus, all right? They have the bass mastered, all right? I tried the power beats, and you guys know how I feel about Beats. I was ready to tear them apart, and they actually really, really surprised me with their bass. I was like, damn, this is good. And I had forgotten how good it was, because I actually had the Diddy Beats, guys. Who remembers the Diddy Beats? So, as far as the bass on these go, no, I don't think they're better than the Beats, but I do think they have a different, like, they're stronger hit, and they're more sculpted, whereas the Beats is smooth and powerful, and reaches like super low, like way down there. And these reach low, you're not gonna have any complaints. You will power through your workout, no problem, guys. All right, so the bass is very nice. They have a very good sound signature. You put them all together, you get a very nice sound signature that I don't think very many people can complain about. Obviously, some people will hear this and they'll think they sound like crap, right? Because the EQ is not specifically for them. So this is just kind of a general EQ. So 80% of the people might think they sound amazing, and then there's going to be 20% of people that will genuinely put them on their ears and it'll sound bad, all right? And that's just the way us humans work. There's no perfect for anything. So I was really impressed with the sound. I think that's what really saved these for me. Because of the build, I was so disappointed with the build that I was like, man, this sucks. You know, I was pissed. But the sound redeemed it. The volume was strong. It was high. I think 90% of the people out there will think that's perfect for them. Me, I could use one more click. I think one more click would have just, man, set these over the top for me, and I would have just forgotten about the build. I would have just depended on the immortal warranty. All right, so the sound is great, guys. That's the star of the show here, the sound, right? And then the second would be the ability to fit just about any ear with the wings and the arms. I think that's a very unique thing that these buds bring to the table. I would not use these for audiobooks, if only because they're a bit bass heavy, right? And for audiobooks, you need more of a flat EQ. So I like, you know, like the Jaybird X4s and the Terras and the Terra Pros, you can change that. You can change to a flat EQ for audiobooks, or bass heavy for EDM or whatever. And you can't do that with these. So maybe if they release a version 2 with an app, I think that'd be great. But no, I don't think these would be good for audiobooks. Same thing with call quality. Now, I made a call and they heard me. I had a conversation. I didn't tell them I was on Bluetooth or anything. But when they spoke, it was it's kind of bass heavy, guys. It kind of, I don't want to say it hurt. It was just not, it didn't sound like a natural voice. It had like a lower tone to it. You can carry out a conversation, but I wouldn't do it. These aren't not for call quality, although you can have a conversation. There's a little bit of sound leak. I can hear just a little bit of noise coming through, you know, like if someone's wearing them and you happen to be around, you'll know that they are on, but you probably, unless you're, you know, go ear to ear, centipede style, well, no, I'm sorry, that's ass to mouth. Ear to ear, you'd have to be super close in order to really hear what they're saying. So I think you shouldn't worry about sound leak. There is no audio lag that I was able to detect watching YouTube videos and Netflix. You know, I started out watching my Punisher 2, and it sounded great, and I had no problem, right? It was no like a Chinese movie where they speak and then like a second later the actual sound comes out. So that's great. I did not experience any dropouts, so whatever Bluetooth that they are using, I would love to tell you what Bluetooth V-Moda decided to use, guys, but I have no fucking clue, alright? They went outside the box here. They're taking the low road, and they're not going to tell us. They're just like, fuck you, I'm not telling you what Bluetooth we're using, alright? So I looked through the specs, I looked through their website, I looked at reviews, I went to Best Buy, Amazon. I couldn't find a damn thing about Bluetooth. So it's Bluetooth 4 fuck you V-Moda, alright? Or point, whatever. No Bluetooth. But they do have aptX codecs, guys. They have aptX, which is cool. You don't really get to see that very much in buds, especially buds at the price range of 130. I mean, the Sennheisers over there in the corner over there hanging out, they have aptX, and they decided to charge $300, right? At least for $300, I would expect aptX HD, but they did not do so. With V-Modas, you are getting aptX, and you can hear the difference. Subtle difference. You really have to be paying attention, guys. Most of the time, if you're using these for working out, you're not going to notice, all right? So this and the, you know, you compare these to the Jaybirds X4s, the Terras, these will have more detail, but if you're working out and you can listen to detail, you are not working out hard enough, all right? Now, Apple fans, you guys got the AAC for your iPhones. You're fine. Most buds, you will put AAC before they even worry about aptX, all right? So you iPhone guys, you know, you guys are the cream of the crop to these companies, apparently, and you guys get your just desserts, right? Battery life, guys, that's another small complaint. I got just under 10 hours at full volume, alright? So you guys know me, you guys, you know, seen my channel. I don't usually like to test batteries, especially long-ass fucking batteries, but I did it for you guys, and I'm going to try and make a bigger effort to run these down, alright? Because me, the way I use my buds is I use them, and maybe once or twice, and I plug it in. I never let it go down to zero. So as long as I have 4 to 5 hours of battery, I'm fine. But that comes from being used to it from the days when we had very, very little battery. Now you're getting buds with, you know, 14-hour battery lives, so you don't really have to worry about it. And like the JBLs in the background, man, they have like 28 hours. As soon as you're done, you put them in the box, you got 28 hours, right? So you don't have to worry about it at all. Maybe once a month, right? So, but I got just under 10 hours. I want to say not. I can't give you the exact amount, but it was under 10 hours, right? Under 10 over 8. How's that? So at the end of my videos, I like to kind of throw out there, would I buy these, or is there something else that I would rather buy for the same price, or would I, you know, spend down, or would I spend up? What would I do, you know? And yeah, I mean, I could recommend these as long as you know what you're getting into with the build, all right? So don't tear these apart. Don't abuse them, and you're gonna have some great sounding buds that fit really well. And you got aptX, which is cool. All right. Also, if you guys haven't noticed yet, you got the magnet. That's pretty neat. I love that. Even though Chinese companies have been doing it with their cheap buds for like ever, right? So would I recommend these? Yes, I would. If you like V-Moda, you like what you see, you want that V-Moda sound, yeah, they're not bad and they're not terribly expensive. However, I would rather have the Jaybird X4s, or even spend up a little bit and get the Terra Pros, if only because of that EQ app. Now with the Terra Pros, you're getting way better build quality. I think they're a little bit more comfortable to me, and you're getting that EQ, the best EQ in the business right now. So, you know, it gives you a little bit more to play with. However, if you get the V-Modas, you're not going to be missing too much, and you're going to have a little extra with the aptX. All right, a little extra. Don't jump up and down. It's not that big a deal. So yeah, I think I would get the X4s. I'm a Jaybird fan, and it's going to be hard for me to go. Now, if these had a better build quality, I would definitely pick the V-Modas. I would. But I think the X4s have a better build, and the Terra Pros definitely have a better build. And sometimes I'm tough on my buds, guys. All right, I don't baby my shit, so they're good. You're not going to be disappointed if you spend 130 bucks on these, or maybe even have a coupon code. Great. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to get a great set of buds. Just beware of the build, and you'll be fine. If you're just now shopping around and these have made your short list, definitely take a look at the Jaybird X4s. And if you happen to go with the V-Modas, guys, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Hell, you got a great set of buds. So, yeah, I think these are good. They're not great. They could be great. They're not great, but they're very good, and I don't think you're going to have any regrets spending 130 bucks. Now, these were 200, 300, no way. I would definitely not recommend these. All right, so there you guys have it. That's it for me. Like and subscribe or go fuck yourselves. I will catch you in the next video.